today.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence going to put it up right away. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Lawrence. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception from the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Webster. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw. Webster. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Webster. They'll roll him out right. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jabari Zuniga. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To throw on 2nd down. Webster. Open man is Amari Rodgers complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down over the middle, and that's caught by Rodgers. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off play action. Webster sliding out of the pocket. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's underneath to Pierce. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Foyesade and Lurican.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down. From midfield now, Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Webster, Cooks on the quick slant. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Webster flushed out right. And this throw will be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Webster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Webster flush to his right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Halftime over. problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Delivers another one to Pierce. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Webster swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Lawrence. That'll be caught. It's the tight end.
on short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. Jones has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Touchdown! Christian Kirk from 8 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webster escaping the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 40, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And quickly they get to the line. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Back to throw. Webster. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw on 2nd down. Webster. This will be complete to Mechie. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Webster.
That's complete to Pierce. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Webster. Touchdown, Texans.
Amari Rodgers.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will not make it into the end zone, but there is a flag down far side of the field, so let's see what that's all about. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 36-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Another tote for ETN.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, ETN.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's ETN.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because...
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Foyesade and the rookie.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Pierce.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Webster. Flush to his right. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. That's Pierce.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Jaguars, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Houston, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll be at home next week for
today.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got room.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Tannehill on 1st down.
And this one complete to Doolin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 2nd down and 3. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Throwing to start the drive.
Webster got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And Cooks has it over the middle. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The Texans come into this one still undefeated despite the 1 tie. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Fulton.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Tannehill. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Out of the gun, Tannehill.
A throw on the money there to Doolin.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Play action. It's Tannehill.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's second down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. Brought down that time by Christian.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Henry.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Henry again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move. Right?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Webster, that's complete. It's Collins.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. Back to throw. Webster escaping the pressure right. There again is Cooks, complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Titans. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tannehill now to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 34. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
A final shot before break. Webster. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. They'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. A first down carry for Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Tannehill fighting Woods. Lovie Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
To throw is Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans are pouring it on.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Yeah, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
This one left side caught by Collins.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Throwing to start the drive. Webster flushed out right.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Webster.
He'll complete this one to Collins.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Webster. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down. Webster repeated the last play, going to Mechie here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Webster.
He gets this one to Mechie. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, Webster. And it's caught.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, and when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
On 1st and 10, Webster.
This ball caught by Mechie.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 1st down, Webster. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Looking to throw. Webster.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Webster. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back to throw. Webster, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation. And now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Tennessee, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and
The Force is not with you. The Force is not with you. The Force is not with you. The Force is with you. The Force is not with you. The Force is not with you.